The marriage of Zeus and Hera is one of the most important events in Greek mythology. It was a sacred union that gave rise to the concept of Hieros Gamos, which is a term that refers to the sacred marriage between gods and goddesses in Greek religion. This event is not just a mythological tale, but it also has deep roots in ancient Greek culture and society. Now, before we dive into the details of their marriage, let's explore how Zeus, the king of the gods, won the heart of Hera, the goddess of marriage and women. Now, this is not your typical fairy tale romance. So Zeus, in his eternal youth and vigor, was captivated by the beauty of the goddess Hera, but winning her heart was not easy. You see, Hera was known for her intelligence and independence and was not just going to fall for any suitor. So Zeus had to think of a clever way to approach her. Now, in an ancient Greek poem called the Homeric Hymn to Hera, we get an account of how Zeus courted Hera, and it's one of the most unusual courtship rituals in all of mythology. So Zeus, wanting to impress Hera, disguised himself as a tiny cuckoo bird, and then he flew up to where she was sitting and perched on her knee. Now, Hera, being the compassionate goddess that she was, took the little bird in her arms and felt a surge of maternal instinct towards this tiny creature. Now, when Hera took Zeus in her arms, he revealed his true form, the mighty king of the gods. And she was both surprised and honored by his choice of her. To be honest, I would have been a little scared if a giant, totally ripped guy with wings, popped out of my arms. But Hera was not just any goddess. She was the goddess of marriage and women, so she was not easily fazed. And let's be real, who wouldn't be impressed by Zeus? I mean, despite his womanizing ways, Zeus was still the most powerful god in the Greek pantheon. And he chose Hera to be his queen. So it's not surprising that she would be flattered by his choice. So after that, they got married in a grand ceremony that was attended by all the gods and goddesses of Olympus. The event was so important that it was celebrated with a 5-day festival called the Heraia. During the festival, there were sacrifices and prayers offered to Hera, and there were also athletic competitions and other festivities. Now, their marriage wasn't just a social event. It was a sacred union that symbolized the union of heaven and earth. Zeus represented the sky and Hera represented the earth. And their marriage was seen as a way to ensure the fertility of the earth and the prosperity of the human race. The symbolism of the marriage of Zeus and Hera is profound. The ancient Greeks believed that the cosmos was born from the union of the sky and the earth, and their marriage was a way to honor that ancient union. Their sacred marriage was called Hieros Gamos, and it was a concept that was widely celebrated in ancient Greek religion. In fact, the idea of Hieros Gamos influenced other religions as well, such as the Eleusinian mysteries, where the goddess Demeter and her son Persephone were said to have a sacred marriage. The marriage of Zeus and Hera is a fascinating story that goes beyond just a union of two deities. It reflects the ancient Greek worldview and their understanding of the universe. It's a story that has resonated throughout history and continues to be celebrated even today. So, what do you guys think of the story? And did you know about Hieros Gamos before watching this video? I'd love to hear your thoughts.